Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Welcome to Millennial Homesteader.
Yeah, so this is our first video for 2024.
Yes, and we are here to promise you that we are going to be recording a little bit more.
Can't guarantee anything though.
I hope you guys understand that because of our jobs, our real work, the ones that pays for this lifestyle, we have to take time away from something.
Yeah.
And it ends up being YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, and also, we've really tried to do as many videos as possible. But
Yeah.
the thing is, there are really two main issues. The first one is that when you do have to do YouTube, it adds a lot more work onto your actual,
Yes.
projects that you have to do. So that is a bit of a challenge sometimes.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is just that, to be honest, there's not always a lot of sexy stuff going on the
Yes,
homestead.
yeah.
So, sometimes we have to show you us cutting grass. So
Yeah.
it's not so great all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not always so entertaining, and we have to entertain somehow. But what we wanted to talk about today is, how homesteading has actually affected our relationship. So this is really like a topic that no one really talks about because, well, everyone thinks that it's the homestead, and then, the
Yeah.
people behind it
Yeah.
don't really.
You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no one really asks us, like, how are you?
Yeah. Everyone's just like, okay, how's the homestead? How's everything going? How are your plants?
Yes.
Yeah. But we're busy suffering inside.
Anyway, before that, I actually want to show you what Masana has been growing. Our garden is not doing so great, but then Masana's vegetables always somehow do really well. I
Fruit.
don't know why.
Fruit.
Which one are the fruits?
The pumpkin is also fruit. It's got seeds in it.
Pumpkins are fruit. Okay, so let's see what's happening with Masana's fruits here. I can't believe they are fruits.
Right? Like, look
Yeah.
at this. So this is what we call a curry pumpkin, and I love them. They grow really nice. They turn out beautiful, orangish, dark color. They grow on a trellis. They're really resilient. They don't get affected by much pest.
Yeah.
They're just amazing. And then look at this one over here. This is my watermelon.
It hasn't burst.
Nope. Oh, I hope not. Let's see. I don't even want to lift it up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's perfect.
It looks fine.
Yeah. So I have struggled with watermelon. Last year I lost about 2 of them. And then last week as well, I lost 2 as well. So what happens here is that it gets really hot, then it rains a lot, and then apparently that causes the skin to split. So I am just hoping that these ones actually make it.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I have a few coming up. There's another one over there. Hello, chicken.
Watermelon.
Yeah. I have this nice and round one.
Oh, that
over
is
here.
pretty.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one there in the corner.
Ooh, yes. Oh, I missed this one. There's one in the corner here as well.
Love it.
Ah,
I saw there's a little one growing here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a big one coming up here. I love you, buddy. Okay.
These watermelons are getting more love than me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the attention
Wait.
too.
Whoa.
Oh no, yes.
Wow.
Yes, more watermelon.
And then the one over there.
More watermelon.
Oh, this
there.
one right here. I missed
Yes.
you. What up, buddy?
Yeah. And then there's one over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can see. I mean, there's like watermelons
Yeah.
everywhere. You are just really making sure that
Need to make sure they grow.
You grow.
Ooh, there's eggplant over here as well.
there's an eggplant.
Yep, right here. I mean, I didn't think they were gonna make it because they're being covered by the watermelon and the
Yes.
curry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so beautiful. It is the black beauty. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
We are
And
going to get
so
some.
much curry in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening behind you?
Oh, so this?
Yeah.
Nothing, just a greenhouse.
That is Masana's new project. And this is like, I think right now, it's only the beginning of the year. This is
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorites already because I think I've been bothering you a lot about the greenhouse. So Masana's like, I am not spending 15,000 to buy.
No. Yeah. So I just decided, you know what? We're just gonna reuse all the materials we have here and then make a greenhouse. We bought this. It was about 1.2 or so. So this was the only thing we purchased, but everything else is repurposed. These are the windows that we got from from that auction when we actually were suckers and we lost.
Yeah.
But everything else is bamboo. It's slats, and then it's all reused. It's repurposed. even this comes from something we had bought in the past and then it was never really used. So I'm actually going to put a basin in there tomorrow. And then the nice thing that we actually did here as well is just make it, you know, we can open and close it.
Yeah.
So this is because it gets really hot in here, right? So let me close it up.
You're really doing some fancy things now.
There we go. And then we can also open from here.
Now you're just showing off.
Right? Yeah. So we'll be able to open from here as well. Yeah, especially when it's really hot.
Yeah, I like it. I really do like it.
Yeah.
But it rained last night.
It did. So what was happening was that there was lots of pools of water here. So tomorrow morning, I actually have to change up the design, at least for the roof. I'm going to raise the roof. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to elevate this side so that it's much higher than this side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to put reinforcement mesh. So reinforcement mesh is going to be more rigid, strong. And then I'll just put the, you know, the roof back up again. And then, you know, it'll be nice. So when it rains, the water will just flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, it looks really nice. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah. We'll have to put some shelves and
Around,
tables and everything. Yeah. And then we'll start up our seedling. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now let's go have that conversation.
Yes.
Let's go. So we are sitting here today because we've been trying to work on our seeds, and I am going to try to just, I don't know. Do you like it here?
It's beautiful. Nice, shaded, really complex.
Okay. Okay, let's get personal.
Yes.
So as we mentioned before, a lot of the times I don't think there's any, thought around the people that are actually behind the homestead. So we thought we share with you what we have gone through within our relationship since we got our homestead. So the first thing is an increase in conflict.
Yes. So, obviously the homestead is a much bigger apartment or flat or whatever you have. So with a homestead, you have a lot more responsibilities. On ours, we have to decide how, the security is set up, which kind of animals we want, plants, how the whole homestead is actually set up as well. So all of these decisions eventually, right, will lead to a point where, you both parties, as partners, you are going to disagree on things. So now there's a lot more things that you can possibly disagree on.
Yeah.
And this can obviously create a lot of conflict.
Exactly, because there's a lot more action happening here. So I don't know if we had a lot of conflict. I think the only thing was probably like trying to decide on what we need to do now or what we need to do next. And Masana is very projecty, like he loves doing all these projects, and sometimes there is a misunderstanding in terms of, do we really need this project? But when it's done, I'm so happy.
Yeah, like I remember when we moved in, right, I was so fixated on making sure that we advance in our homestead as quickly as possible, clearing down the lower parts, planting things there and everything. And Audrey was a lot more like, look, let's just do it very slow, piece by piece and everything. And obviously then in cases like that, it can feel like your partner's not really understanding, and everything. And I think what we really did was just sit down and really talk about like the constraints we had. Money, energy, time, all those things were really constraints. And then I think only then was I really able to understand where Audrey was going. And I think that's the approach we took, I think, right from there. Yeah.
I'm always right. Anyway, I'm going to cut that out.
I have a feeling it will stay.
Anyway, so definitely find ways to resolve conflict because it is a real thing. It's just it's different. You know, when you live in a flat, the conflict is just contained to certain things, and then here it's because every day you need to make decisions, and those decisions could be disagreeable and stuff. So another thing is finances.
Oh yes, so finances is a very big one, right? Even globally, finances are like the number one driver of divorces. So I mean, it's no exception here as well. Like on the homestead, the monies are everything. And the big thing, of course, is that like what people don't really understand as well sometimes is that the homestead is like its own entity.
Yeah.
So if you have children, like you might as well add another for the homestead as well. If it's pets that you have, it's basically, like add the homestead there as well, because the homestead also has its own needs, completely separate and different to the children and the pets, that you actually have.
Yeah. So it adds an extra element to your finances, because it's not just maintenance, it's actually improving it and getting it better and livable. So with us, I think in the beginning we because we both work, we have our own budgets, and then when we wanted to do projects, we were taking money from
directly
from our accounts. Like Masana would pay for stuff, and then I would pay for stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly, right. So we wouldn't really trace it, we wouldn't really track it, we would also not pulling the money in one place, right? So it was just basically paying off rip based on whatever need that was really coming, right? And that was really not working, because what we ended up realizing was that I think 2 or 3 months in, we just felt exhausted, and we actually started being frustrated with the homestead because it felt like it was taking things away from us. And I know it's a very weird thing to kind of do, because even by opening up an account, I know eventually all the money is coming from your it's coming from your pocket, right? But the thing is, by us creating a bank account and having a budget, it almost made it feel like, the homestead in itself, there is its money, and then it needs to use up whatever money it has. It's like a stipend, and then if it uses up the stipend, that's it. It's over, right? Nothing else will progress. And once we actually did that, I think the relationship we had with the homestead was a lot better. We didn't feel like it was taking things as much as it did before.
Yeah, exactly. I think the other thing is we started realizing, along the way, we would do this thing where we put a certain amount on the homestead, and then once that money is done, then we stop doing all the projects, and it really worked. We had a month where I think we worked for 1 or 2 weeks, and the money finished on the homestead, and then we just stopped the projects, and then we said, well, next month we'll add more money in there, then we'll start again. So it really helped a lot. But also it also helped within our relationship, because we started Masana initially would, let's say, or myself would buy things to build on the farm, tangible items, and then the other person would buy, say, groceries and fuel and all the other things, and then you'd feel like the other person is not doing much because they are not doing things that are tangible. You can't look back and say, well, we bought fuel, but then where's the fuel, but then you can see a greenhouse, or you can see a
Poles
tank or
and,
poles,
fences.
Exactly.
Those things are a lot more tangible, right? As opposed to electricity and water, where it's it just feels like they should be there.
Exactly.
Right? So, this was quite important. So, once pulling the money together, putting it in one place, having the homestead actually have its own budget and not going beyond that, it really then made us also really see our entire contributions fully, without having to feel like anyone else's contribution, without having to undermine it.
And it was really peaceful, hey? We were there's this amount in the farm budget, maybe we can do this, and if we can't, we can't, and then we just move on. It's really it really helped a lot. And then another element that a lot of people don't really think about is spending time together.
Yes. So the thing is that a lot of people just think, look, you're on a homestead with your family or your loved ones or whatnot, so you're always around each other, so you spend a lot of time together. But the thing is, we did realize that we're always spending time together, but we
not
didn't really
together.
We weren't really together. What I mean by that is that there were so many projects that we were doing. We were it was always task projects and things that needed to be done, but we were never really spending time with each other, just checking in, Audrey, is everything okay? How are you feeling? Where is your headspace at the moment? And things like that. So once you move on to the homestead, right? I mean, this is a very, very big
you can't
thing.
You can't really be spontaneous, because unlike in the city or close to a city, you can just go and watch a movie, you can just go out, you can go chill with friends.
I mean, we used to just friends would be nice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Audrey and I, we used to just pack up and then just go on a
Go.
trip, right? Like we could just simply do that. Like we could book on a weekend and then just simply go somewhere else.
We could book
Yeah.
along the way. We could be driving and say, we really feel like not sleeping at home. And then we just book a place and then we go stay there.
Yeah, but that can't really happen right now when you've got chickens and a whole homestead and things happening, right? So now you have to be a lot more intentional in terms of, the spontaneousness or doing things that are exciting,
Yeah.
that are just, like vibrant and keep both of you or all of you happy, right?
Yeah, because a lot of the times, like I mean, we are growing. The homestead is growing. Growing in different ways, but then you start to realize that you start having different interests. Even the homestead brings like different interests. Like I do realize that Masana likes certain things, I like certain things, and then our interests are kind of like because we are also growing, so we need to come together and then try to find those things that we used to like doing together, apart from just, we have a home. I mean, this is our home. It's not like a project. So, so it's just coming together again and just realizing that, we like eating frozen yogurt.
Yeah, which we do. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a very big thing, right? But like just making sure that, like we wake up in the mornings, we work on the homestead, and then the rest of the day we're working, our actual jobs. So by the end of the week, like, you feel depleted, you might just want to sleep, but we make sure like, okay, let's go. Let's go do something. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. Maybe it is just, having an ice cream or, buying, like some takeaway or something like that, or maybe booking that movie or whatnot, or a little task or activity.
No, we don't like movies.
Yeah, I mean, we're not big on the movies.
Yeah, we're not big.
Yeah, but,
yeah, no, because no.
Okay. But like whatever the activity that it may be, like if you're looking at homesteading and you do have a partner, you have to have activities outside of
the homestead. Yes,
and
spend time together. It's very important. And and then I think this is maybe the last thing that to touch on, allocating work on the homestead.
Yes. So, the same thing which we mentioned earlier about, having tangible things and non-tangible things and so on, on the homestead as well, some work might appear a little bit more tangible than others. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I
right?
actually felt like that.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, I felt really horrible because I didn't feel like I was contributing enough. I just felt like maybe I also needed to be digging. I needed to be doing like the heavy lifting so that it feels like I'm contributing. And I remember you said to me, no, Odi, the things you're doing are also very valuable. Don't see it as if, the only work that needs to be done is cutting a tree.
Yes, exactly. And that's because, like, personally speaking, like I know that I am not a social media person, right? So like I don't post in my social medias. I don't like engaging in them. I find them, relatively weird and strange. I don't know how to do it. So for me, right, I absolutely knew that I would not be able to set up, like those kind of like social media. So I knew Instagram, we have a very big following there. Audrey has done an amazing job and continues to do so. Like, it grows really rapidly. This YouTube channel is entirely Audrey's project, right? She really, looks at it. She makes sure that, she advertises it. She tries to sell it. She tries to encourage people, to participate and all these things. So like it's all very important. And because of what she's done, we've had a lot of people reach out. Some of the, the seeds we actually have and we're working on here are actually gifts from people. We've had lots of information, brought to us because of this platform as well. You're watching here, and it's all because of Audrey. So lots of opportunities have come to us because of these socials. But because she felt that, she needed to be cutting trees, she felt undermined. So it's going to be very important, to remind your partner that you're a team, right? So if you're a football team, for example, or whatever team that it is, you have an attack side, you have a defense side, you might have a midfield, whatever it is, right? All of these sides are responsible for making sure they execute on winning, right? So you all can't be attackers, you all can't be defending, everyone has a role to play. But at the end of the day, if the roles aren't played well, you lose. And it was really important to remind you of the importance that you really play.
Yeah, we are a winning team.
Of course, we're the best.
And while you are at it, please subscribe and share these videos, share our channel with everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it, really. I think we have really touched on the relationship aspect of our relationship.
Now,
Oh my
our
goodness.
homesteading
Our
journey.
homesteading
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
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 I know
So
it's very nerve-wracking to have to talk about relationships
Yeah.
on YouTube because, you know, you're bringing people in.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important that you're aware of some of these things. And I think going forward on this channel, we really want to provide valuable information that you can always come back to and reflect on as well because, you know, it's important. We want more people to come and homestead. We want more people to be free. We want more people to be more self-sufficient and sustainable because honestly, you have to get away from the government. It's horrible. So we want more people to do this. So you are not, I mean, we could really share our lifestyle on the homestead, us sipping tea, coffee, watching sunsets, and, you know, just enjoying. I think people like, what is it
yeah,
called?
I mean, the lifestyle stuff,
Yeah.
like it usually does well. But the thing is, you know, we're trying to encourage people into homesteading.
Yeah.
But, you know, in an organic and honest way. We don't want people to sign up to homesteading and then feel like they were betrayed by getting false information or information that is inaccurate, right? So right now, a lot of homesteading will sell you, you know, a certain kind of lifestyle, and it will just, you know, it might just give you the idea that, look, if you just have enough energy, you have enough money, you know, you'll be okay. But the thing is, you know, mentally as well, like who you are as a person, right, is going to be a very important factor, right?
Yeah.
And your relationships with your family, they also will get affected. So the thing is that, you know, are you ready, right, to actually go through those changes with your family?
Yeah.
And, you know, are you all prepared? And that's really what we want to do. We want to prepare everyone, you know, based on the experiences that we've had.
Exactly. And also going forward, I think with the projects, we are going to really put the money stamp. What would you call it? Yeah,
We want to do pricing. We want to show you like how we actually do the project. So like the tools you might need, how to actually practically do it, but then also really show you the cost, right? Because a lot of people really are interested in homesteading, but you know, they might not really have an understanding of the pricing and the cost of things and how to actually get, you know, projects done. And that's a really big you know, component, right?
And actually we get asked a lot, how much will it cost for us to start this? And it's a lot of different elements. So if we are going to build a chicken coop, we are going to build that chicken coop and tell you how much it costs us to build that. What you do after that is really like dependent on your resources and what's, you know, what is available to you. But yeah, we want to put the pricing element there so that you get an idea of what exactly it's costing us to live this kind of lifestyle as much as possible. And we also want to be very transparent and very truthful. And yeah, we hope it's really helpful in every aspect of your journey. So while they may not be entertaining with fancy things jumping around your screen and I don't know, but we hope that you take away something from each video. I think that's very important.
Yeah. So I mean, that's exactly it. You know, we hope you like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
You know, and yeah, comment down below. Tell us how it feels. If you're on a homestead, what is it that you're really noticing about your relationships? How have they changed?
Yeah.
What have you done really to also improve them, right? Because you like your people, we're all changing eventually. And so let us know. Also tell us what it is that you would actually like to see, because we do get some recommendations of what people want to talk about and what they actually want to see. But that's really it. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you again
Next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. I need to show you my seeds.
Oh.
I have many of them. I think about 60 from Living Seeds. So many. So many.
You're the rich girl.
Yes, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo. Hi, rich girl and her seeds.